team made in the second half?
Overall, when you look at the stat sheet, we shot 53% from the floor. I thought we shared the ball today. I think we had 17 assists. So I think that's a huge improvement when you go from game to game. And when you start sharing the ball, you see more production out of certain players. I think Destiny finished, I don't know what she finished with. I know maybe like 30 points at least, 33. So I thought we shared the ball and, try to build off of that for the next game.
And speaking of Destiny, what is it about her you think that allows her to be so dominant underneath?
I think we're doing a better job of just playing to our strengths. Des is a strong, physical, athletic player who can just be a force inside. She's hard to guard. So when she doesn't have to use multiple dribbles to score, it puts us at an advantage.
Coach, unfortunately, it was 33 points for Penn State off of turnovers. Moving forward, what has to change so you guys can limit that?
We got to get old fast. We got to get more experienced. Game to game, I think each game our kids are going to grow. And when you play more games, you start to just have game savvy. And our kids are just in a place where they just don't have a ton of experience. So I thought we had some success breaking the pressure when we didn't just throw it away because of the last game we played against Ohio State. You guys watched that game. So I thought that game helped us a little bit better in preparing for the pressure. However, the careless and ill-advised turnovers, they got to value the basketball more. And, we got to continue to coach them up at practice to do it. But it's nothing like playing in front of a lot of fans and having that pressure. So they got to keep growing at it.
Yeah, you guys also out-rebounded Penn State by a lot, but those second shots weren't going. Do you think it just wasn't the day, or what wasn't going for you guys?
It's sometimes it just happens that way. I thought our effort on the boards were I thought we dominated the boards. I think we were like plus 14. I can look at the stat sheet now. What were we? We're plus 16 on the boards. Yeah, plus 16 on the board. So KB, China, Destiny, they've been pretty steady down low for us. I think our guards got involved today. I think they did. Antonia Bates had 6. Obviously, China still did what she did. Maya had 3, but our forwards really, they led the way, and they'll continue to do that.
Coach, tonight, like you just mentioned, running down the stats, the offense didn't seem to be the issue. It seemed to be defense. On the defensive side, it was hard to get stops. Therefore, it's hard to build any real momentum for you guys. In times like that, what are you saying to your team to help keep their composure and just just kind of fight through it?
Yeah, it's funny you say that. That's the last thing I said before we left the locker room. It's just really a matter of us finding a way to get stops. It's not going to always look perfect, but when you get the stop, when you get the stop, you can't give it right back because now we're playing again. We're playing defense right back, and I don't know if you guys remember, started that second half, we got about 4 straight stops, and then we gave them another opportunity to get it. So I think when your offense helps your defense, you're in a better situation to be more consistent on that end. But we got to get better, and some of that's just experience and our kids just buying into just digging in and being grittier and scrappier defensively, finding a way.
Coach, can you talk about the post play today? Cassandra Brown makes the start. Her and China Cornwell both were productive, and of course Destiny Adams has a career night too.
Yeah, I'm here to talk about that post play. That's the players I work with. They've been really consistent for us. Coach Tosh was her scout, and she did a phenomenal job just preparing us and what we wanted to run to attack Penn State, and we knew we had an advantage inside. So in Destiny, she was huge in the paint, but KB gives you a little bit more versatility because she's shooting from the 3. So that has to pull that defender out on her a little bit so you have easier passes inside. And China just coming in off the bench, she's a spark in the starting lineup, and now she's a bigger spark off the bench. She's hard to deny from a rebounding standpoint. So they'll continue to lead the way. We just, we got to find more ways to be consistent offensively.
And to focus on Cassandra Brown, she scored double figures in 7 of her last 9 games, got the start today, like Dom said. What improvements have you seen, not even just during the season, but even over the last month or so since she's really had an uptick in production?
You know what? I just think the work you put in in those months leading up to the season and doing it consistently, the payoff is going to be big for you. And she's been, one of our more consistent players because of the work she puts in. She's one of our hardest workers at practice every day. So watching her on a day-to-day at practice and seeing the results she gets in the game, it's no surprise for any of the coaches. She just has to continue to do it, and hopefully it leads us to that W.
At the guard spots, with Maya back, Lisa's able to play off ball a little bit more. What's the impact, for Lisa having Maya back, and what have you seen in their relationship as they play together, learn how to play together for the first time?
Yeah, that relationship is always in progress. It's growing. I think it gives us another versatile player off the ball with Lisa's scoring ability. Maya, when she's on the ball, and today I think I can just look at the stats. In the first half, Maya had those 2 assists. She kicked it to Daz, and she kicked it to China, and she drew the defense to kick. I think we can do more of that, and that just gives us, more versatility offensively. So I think their chemistry is growing. Like I said earlier, it takes time. It really does.
Just in regards to the turnovers, and you're talking about the young guard play, I wanted to ask, was there anything you guys saw specifically from Penn State tonight, or was it just, anxiousness? You guys have had a few different players run point, in the last couple of weeks. Antonia, Maya came back. Was it just something Penn State did tonight, or, was it just inexperience?
No, that's honestly, I think we threw the ball out of bounds, I think 3 times. And the pressure wasn't crazy pressure. It was nothing. They didn't do anything different. So I think sometimes we get sped up in our minds, thinking we have to do something big versus just keeping it simple. And that comes with growth and experience. And I think we're going to be pressed probably the rest of the season. So we're going to be better from game to game. I mean, we have to be better if we want to be in these games. But ultimately, I think it's just growth. I think it's growth, and we'll get better from it.
Thanks, guys. Thanks, Coach.
Thank you, guys.